We have seen a technician who moves like they are fighting the clock. They tear through the van, fumbling tools onto the asphalt. They look fast, but speed is just effort. Pace is control. When dispatch says you are an hour behind, your brain sends a panic signal. The immediate instinct is to speed up your physical movements to close the gap. But moving fast without a plan leads to rework, delays, and avoidable mistakes. Elite technicians handle that pressure differently. They use a specific protocol upon arrival, dedicating their first 90 seconds on site to intentionally slowing down, setting the board, and making sure the rest of the job runs without a single interruption. Replacing blind panic with a calculated pace allows you to regain control over a delayed schedule. You stop the clock from slipping by ensuring you only have to do the work once. The moment you step out of the truck at a new job site, the temptation is to grab a wrench and rip straight into the panel to see what is wrong. Instead, the first step is the stop and scan. Walk up to the equipment, keep your hands off the unit, and take a full visual scan of the area. Identify environmental factors. Look for live power drops, tripping hazards, weird clearance issues, and the overall unit condition. Do this before you commit to opening it. This establishes an absolute rule for the job. No physical action occurs and no tools are retrieved until your sequence of operations is completely clear. By actively refusing to engage physically during those first 90 seconds, you eliminate the blind, reactive mistakes that cause severe delays later in the afternoon. Now that you have scanned the environment, you transition from just reacting to a symptom to actively mapping out a step-by-step sequence for the repair. Elite technicians use a simple mental framework. Think, stage, move. Determine the fix, gather what you need, and execute. This map must be built standing up, giving a comprehensive view. Once crouched down, your vision shrinks to whatever is directly in front of you. When you make decisions from that restricted perspective, you lose the big picture. That is when you skip steps, grab the wrong part, and force yourself into making panicked last-minute saves. Locking in your sequence map from a full standing vantage point ensures that you dictate the workflow rather than letting the machine dictate your next move. With the sequence locked in, you translate that mental map into physical preparation by staging your tools in a single pass. We all know the walk of shame. You are deep into a task, realize you need a different meter, and have to stop everything to fast walk back to the truck. Every disorganized trip to the van creates a compounding time loss spike on this graph. A single staging trip keeps that baseline flat. This translates to a proper staging layout with designated zones for hand tools, power tools, and parts, all within arm's reach. Executing a single staging phase removes the friction of mid-task interruptions. You preserve your focus for the repair by ensuring the work is never interrupted by a missing tool. Now you execute. This phase is called the one clean pass, working your pre-planned sequence from step 1 to completion without breaking flow. Because every tool is staged and every decision was made standing up, your physical motion becomes steady and uninterrupted. You do not pause to hunt for a socket. It is already right where you need it. Compare that smooth progression to the checklist on the left. Rush technicians often make 3 fast passes over a unit, doing sloppy initial work they intend to fix or clean up later. Working in a single clean pass dramatically lowers your mental load. You aren't trying to remember 5 different things you need to double-check before you pack up. That reduction in cognitive strain directly correlates to a drop in errors, missed steps, and callbacks. An intentional, uninterrupted flow produces higher quality work in less total time. It proves that proper sequencing is inherently faster than rushing. When sequencing becomes your standard, the end state of a job looks completely different. The site is pristine, you pack up in a single motion, and your end-of-day stress is noticeably lower. Devoting 90 seconds to a standing plan and a staging mat ensures every movement serves the repair. This level of preparation marks the difference between a busy technician and a professional one. On your next dispatch job, try this. Keep your hands entirely out of the unit until your full sequence is locked in. When you are behind schedule, the new standard is simple. Get the order right. Because slow hands at the start guarantee fast hands at the finish.